This isn't Jed and Mike's team. This is Helena's team. When we scored those goals, I'm not kidding you.
Quick shot, score!
I wasn't sure the building wasn't going to fall down. It's been a hell of a ride, and it's been a lot of fun.
The Helena Bighorns are set to play Game 1 of the Frontier Division Championship in Gillette, Wyoming. With home ice advantage, Games 2 and possibly 3 would be played in Helena.
You guys know what to do, okay? You have to trust in each other. You have to stick together. We have to be a winning team. We're gonna come up on top, okay? You have to believe that. Let's go get it. Come on.
From the first puck drop of the game, the intensity between these two clubs is very high. As seen in previous meetings, the physicality begins early. Not quite 6 minutes into the contest, the Bighorns are in the penalty box, and the Wild take advantage. Isaac Young scores the first goal of the game. Gillette goaltender Jake Turek turns aside scoring chances from Helena, but Eric Buchholz begins to find his game at the other end as well. On a power play of their own, Helena finally finds the back of the net. Adam Harvey beats Turek along the goal line, tying the game at a goal apiece. The period ends with Gillette adding another tally and taking the lead once again. After some back and forth play, Gillette's Sky Solig makes it a 3-1 game in the second period, scoring on another power play. Turek continues to stay strong in net as the Bighorns struggle to find a rhythm or a rebound. Gillette is generating their own grade A scoring chances, but Buchholz meets each one head on. Late in the second, Helena's Sam Feemster wins a foot race to a loose puck and buries it behind Turek, cutting Gillette's lead by half. A cautiously optimistic Bighorns team takes the ice in the third period, down by 1 goal. Gillette begins to tighten up defensively and block many shot attempts from reaching Turek. Buchholz is tested repeatedly throughout the period, but is keeping his squad in the game. With over a minute left to play, Helena brings him to the bench for the extra attacker, and Sam Feemster once again beats Turek, this time on a one-timer wrist shot set up by Eric Giboney. The Wild stay aggressive toward the net even in the waning moments of the frame. The Bighorns have forced overtime. In the regular season, these two teams played 6 games against one another, and 4 of those were decided in extra minutes. This overtime period proves just how hard it is to win in the playoffs. The Bighorns and the Wild find many chances throughout the period to end this game, but each respective goaltender refuses to be beat. The physicality of the game also remains, but the officials are letting them play rather than penalize either side. However, it only takes one moment of indecision in overtime to lose a game, which is how it happens tonight. Gillette takes Game 1 of the Frontier Division Championship Series and now have a chance at sweeping Helena in 2 days.
We got on that bus to come home, 1-0 to Gillette after losing in overtime. There was no panic. There was urgency, and they knew what was at stake, but there was no panic. We got this. I don't know how many guys looked at me and goes, Coach, we got this. They must have seen a little panic in my eyes, but.
Game 2 of the series is played in Helena. Bighorns fans once again turn out for the occasion, as they have all season long. This time, they hope, is not the last.
Good evening from the Helena Ice Arena in Montana's capital city. Welcome to the NA3HL Frontier Division Finals. It's the Bighorns and the Wild, the Frontier Division Finals, Game 2.
The Bighorns come out aggressively to start the game and test goaltender Jake Turek early. The Wild produce some scoring chances of their own as well, but Eric Buchholz stands true in net. Helena is penalized halfway through the frame, and the crowd holds its collective breath as Helena goes on the penalty kill. But Gillette is unable to beat Buchholz.
To get onside as the clock ticks down to end the period. As expected, a tight-checking, fast-paced game between 1 and 2 in the Frontier Division. It's the NA3HL Frontier Divisional Finals, Game 2. After 1, it's the Helena Bighorns 0, the Gillette Wild 0. We'll be back with second period action following our first intermission.
The second period brings more intensity. The physicality of the game is certainly present, as it always has been between these two teams. But just over 4 minutes in, the Bighorns get a break.
He's up looking to connect there with Paulette sneaking in the back door. Here's Bland with a shot. Score! Liam Bland on a blast over shoulder and turn! Liam Bland put the Bighorns out in front 1-0 here in the second period.
Moments later, Helena has a power play of their own for the first time tonight, and Bland strikes again.
Now Feemster back for Gutchick. Over for Tyler Green, back for Gutchick. Back for Green. Green sends in the slot. Quick shot, score! Liam Bland again! A power play goal for the Bighorns! And it's 2-0. Glove down by Vanelli, loses stick. Now Weisler working his way in. Score! Leighton Weisler, I believe, will get the goal for the Wild. Leaving it for Isaac. Pass across for Duchemin. He scores. Alex Duchemin evens it up here in the second period. Duchemin walking in through traffic, save in front. Rebound as the buzzer sounds. At the end of 2 here at the Helena Ice Arena, it's the Gillette Wild 2 and the Helena Bighorns 2.
Gillette rides the wave of offensive momentum into the third period. Logan Dudinsky breaks the tie to give the Wild the lead, now just 13 minutes from sweeping the Bighorns and securing a spot in the national tournament. But the Bighorns refuse to give up. Late in the third, Helena's power play unit gets another chance to go to work.
Bland got one of his goals earlier tonight. Green across for Bloom. Back out high for Green. A one-timer didn't make it through off a skate. Loose in front. Rebound score! Liam Bland on the rebound! Ties it up! And gets the hat trick! And the equalizer! His second power play goal of the night! As the hats come flying on the ice from this full house crowd here at the Helena Ice Arena.
Bland's hat trick sends the crowd into a frenzy, which gives Helena the boost it needs to find a way to win. But once again, extra time is needed to find a winner. The energy in the stands is nervous as the overtime period begins. The next goal wins the game, and Gillette could finish Helena off at any time. But 1,950 Bighorns fans don't have to wait long for an outcome, because Helena has home ice advantage.
Just inside the blue line. Now brought down the left side by Eric Gibbity. Gibbity into the corner with a centering pass in front. Now Skinner brings a shot. He scores! Corbin Skinner with the game winner! Corbin Skinner! beating Jake Turek, and the Bighorns have evened the series at 1. We are going to Game 3 tomorrow night here at the Helena Ice Arena. Corbin Skinner with the game winner. Beating Jake Turek. Just over 30 seconds into overtime. Helena Ice Arena. The Helena Bighorns have evened up this Frontier Division Final Series at 1 with an overtime win and remain unbeaten here at the Helena Ice Arena, with a 4-3 overtime win over the Gillette Wild. Corbin Skinner with the game winner, Liam Bland with the hat trick for the Bighorns.
We've said it all year, right? We believe we stick together, we're a family, we'll win this thing, okay? Hey, one more. This game puck, Corbin Skinner.
No words can describe it unless you were actually here feeling the energy. Like, you can't put it into any sort of like context to where it makes any sense unless you were actually in the environment. But just to see and the energy and everything was just absolutely amazing.
The message for the fans is we're going to do everything we can to try and win a division and a Fraser Cup for them. We know they've been showing us a ton of love and support all year, and we want to just give it back to them.
It's just unbelievable what they've done for us. I mean, it's contributed to most of the fun we've had here this year. I mean, without that many people at our games, I don't see this hockey team having as much fun. And it's incredible just to see how it brings the energy up everywhere. The whole town, it seems like, so it's awesome for sure.
Game 3 is played at the Helena Ice Arena on Saturday night. And for the third consecutive game, a sold-out crowd packs the arena as warm-ups begin.
Good evening, hockey fans from the Helena Ice Arena in Montana's capital city. Welcome to the NA3HL Frontier Division Final Game 3 between the Gillette Wild and the Helena Bighorns. I'm Scott Keith.
Both Helena and Gillette trade scoring chances and body checks. One-on-one puck battles are more intensely fun. Gillette's Jack Orchard got the start in net and sees a barrage of Helena shots right away. Halfway through the period, the Helena Bighorns captain comes up big once again.
Paulette back to the point for Gutchik. Tip through, score! Liam Bland on the tip in!
However, it doesn't take long for Gillette to even it up.
It's Tucker Lee, or Trebojevic. Trebojevic shot, he scores! Brock Trebojevic evening things up here for Gillette.
The period ends in familiar territory, a tie game. The second period begins with frustrations on both sides mounting. The teams trade penalties, and Gillette scores 4-on-4 to take the lead.
Getting up slowly. Here's Trebojevic bringing it across the Helena blue line. Trebojevic shot pad stopped by Buchholz. Hustling to get into the play is Gutchick. Rebound comes free. Score! Vance Kleinschmidt will get the goal.
And it only takes 14 seconds for the Wild to beat Buchholz yet again.
Here's Declan Young. Swings behind the Helena goal. Wraparound score! Declan Young. 2 quick goals from the Wild put them out in front 3-1.
After the halfway point of the frame, Gillette makes it a 4-1 lead as the air in the Helena Ice Arena seems to deflate.
From behind, centering pass in front. Shot score! Declan Young. As Buchholz went out of the net to make a play. Was out of position, turned it over. The puck came out. Declan Young picking up his second of the night.
An entire season of ups and downs, successes and a few failures, all seems to come down to this one still moment in time. Helena needs a hero.
Costing the Bighorns. Making the hill a little bit bigger to climb. Now here's a quick pass. Liam Bland with a shot and a save by Orchard. Rebound in front. Score! Bighorns! Feemster's going to pick up the assist. In here, who got the goal? Here's Feemster walking in. Shot scores! Sam Feemster! What a play! Muscling his way in. And the Bighorns with a flurry of their own have pulled back within 1.
Helena continues to fight through the adversity of the second period, and Gillette tries to stay on pace. Buchholz finds his groove in net, but the period ends with the Wild still in the lead, 4-3. In the third period, both teams again trade scoring chances. However, Gillette finally beats Buchholz, returning the Wild to a 2-goal lead with under 14 minutes to play. Refusing to leave it at that, Helena answers.
With a feed ahead for Bland. 2-on-2 chance for the Bighorns. Here's Bland over for Feemster. Shot saved by Orchard. Rebounds free. Score! Bighorns! Another hat trick for Liam Bland.
The crowd is now standing on its feet as their cheers become deafening, the very definition of home ice advantage, and the Bighorns reward them. Buchholz and Orchard now battle it out in their respective nets, refusing to be the one who allows the championship-clinching goal. But the period ends, and for the final time this year, Helena and Gillette will enter overtime. The crowd remains cautiously optimistic, but the feeling coming out of the Bighorns' dressing room for overtime is determination. That feeling is soon replaced with desperation as Helena takes a major penalty that gives Gillette a 5-minute man advantage. 1,950 Helena faithful cheer louder and louder with each save that is made and each puck that is cleared from the zone. It's as if time itself is standing still. As Helena successfully kills the penalty, the crowd begins to grow restless. Each team now fully exhausted from battle, but refusing to lose the game. The Bighorns are awarded a power play chance of their own. And while a few chances are taken at the net, Orchard remains strong. As the clock continues to tick down towards 0, it's becoming clear that it may take another overtime period to find a Frontier Division champion, until a new hero emerges.
Gutchek was sneaking in the back door but couldn't connect. Now Gutchek over for Bogan. For Gibney. Gibney throws a shot. Score! Eric Gibney or Sam Feemster! One or the other! The Bighorns win! Bighorns win! Feemster may have tipped it. Gibney fired the shot, but the Bighorns are the Frontier Division champions!
To experience that, and everybody believes what we truly feel. This isn't Jed and Mike's hockey team. This is Helena's hockey team. This is the fans' hockey team. You know, those players are, I can't express enough. When we won that second game in Gillette, when we swept Gillette in Gillette, and we knew we still had 7 games to go, but if we won those 7 games, which we did, that home ice advantage was going to be with the Helena Bighorns, and that mattered. That mattered because we won our last 2 games, that final series, in overtime, at home, and quite frankly, I don't know if we're on the road. Do we win those games, both those games? I don't know, but these 1,810 people were behind those 20 guys wearing the Helena Bighorn jerseys. And when we scored those goals, I'm not kidding you, I wasn't sure the building wasn't going to fall down. I mean, it was so loud. Damon and I were trying to talk on the bench, and it was like, let's talk in the office because I can't hear you.
Less than 8 hours after winning the championship, the Bighorns load the bus to St. Louis, Missouri, and enter the Frazier Cup Championship Tournament as the number 3 seed. There are 5 divisions in the NA3HL. In order to even out the national tournament in St. Louis, the league added a 6th wild card spot. The highest seeded team entering the playoffs to lose their division final would be awarded the 6th seed at nationals. This criteria qualifies the Gillette Wild to punch their ticket to the Frazier Cup Championship Tournament. After 2 days on the road, the Bighorns take an opportunity to skate and find their legs. At nationals, each team will play a 2-game round robin inside 2 groups of 3 teams, and the 4 teams with the highest win-loss records will play in the semifinals. The 2 surviving teams will meet for the national title. Helena's first opponent of the tournament is a familiar foe from the showcase back in December, the Granite City Lumberjacks. That game ended with a 3-0 win for Granite City. The Jacks enter the national tournament as the West Division champions, seeded 2nd overall. But the Bighorns are a different team entering the contest. The roster is deeper, and the team has been battle-tested in their division playoffs.
Welcome back inside the Fraser Cup Championship Arena here at the St. Peter Recplex in the St. Louis, Missouri area, as this game will feature the winners of the Frontier Division and the Helena Bighorns, and Granite City winners of the West Division. Hello everybody, welcome inside. Joe Clements here, bringing you the action all week long.
The opening frame begins, and each team begins to find a rhythm. Halfway through the period, as he has all postseason long, Liam Bland puts the Bighorns on the board first.
Back far side again, Granite City trying to clear this one out. No luck at the first shot chance. Loose in front, he scores! A power play goal! And the Bighorns strike first. Left all by himself. Liam Bland beats Sigurdsson. And it's 1-0 Bighorns.
At the other end, Eric Buchholz is square to the puck and ready to make each save. Despite the Lumberjacks outshooting the Bighorns 17-9, the score remains 1-0 Helena, heading into the second period of play.
Go Gally! Woo!
Each team has one power play chance in the second period, but neither could find the back of the net. Granite City goaltender Quentin Sigurdsson turns aside Helena shots on goal, as does Buchholz at the other end.
Nice stop from Buchholz again. The man can't be beat as he's shutting out Granite City here.
The score doesn't change, and the Bighorns remain in the lead. Eric Buchholz continues to be the main story in period number 3. Granite City takes their scoring chances, but Buchholz refuses to be beaten. Tyler Green finishes off a passing play on the other side and gives Helena a little bit of insurance with a 2-goal lead.
Top of the circle, good giving go. Passing in front, they score! A 2-0 lead for the Bighorns. After a turnover in the corner, a snipe out in front, and Green makes this a 2-0 score, and Granite City is pushed up against the wall. Tyler Green, an even strength goal, 2-0 Bighorns.
The Lumberjacks continue to test Buchholz, but cannot find any daylight behind him.
Front, quick shot, Buchholz save, number 52. 10 seconds left here. Brought into the zone. Quick dump in again. Buchholz makes the save into the corner. And a shutout for the Bighorns in Game 1. An upset-minded team rolls Granite City 2-0.
The Bighorns have won the first round-robin game of the tournament, thanks to an impressive 52-save shutout from Buchholz. The team will now have a full day of rest before playing their next opponent, the South Division champion El Paso Rhinos. The Rhinos enter today's game having lost to Granite City 24 hours ago and are facing elimination.
No D to D 5 times. Let's go north. They can't skate with us. And let's go, go, go for 60 minutes.
Eric Buchholz remains hot in net as the game begins. While El Paso can only muster a few scoring chances, Helena gets right to work offensively. Gavin Galloway puts the Bighorns on the board first, tapping in a rebound past El Paso goaltender Camden Pendleton. The Rhinos continue to struggle to clear their own zone, and the Bighorns relentlessly apply offensive pressure. The period ends with Helena on top 1-0. In the second period, Helena and El Paso continue to grind it out. While Helena's defense doesn't allow many shots on goal, Buckholz remains unbeaten. The Bighorns land a power play opportunity and capitalize on it. Tyler Bloom finds Sam Feemster at the back door, who finishes the play to give Helena a 2-goal lead.
Stay focused here.
By the start of the third period, El Paso cannot keep up with Helena's speed and still can't find an answer for Buckholz.
As the second. Circle chance out in front, looking for a backhand, centering pass right side in front. Oh, what a save, or does it go in? What a save there from Buckholz again. My goodness. That's as close as anybody's been to beating him this week. What a save from Buckholz.
Liam Bland continues his postseason heater, making it a 3-0 game.
Fish tank. Power play goal. His second of the week. His team now leads 3-0. The Bighorns know it. They can smell it. They're moving on.
It only takes him another 4 minutes to add another tally to the board, finishing on a pass from Tabor Gutschik. Most of the rest of the game is played in the Rhinos' end of the ice, but when they do find an opportunity to shoot, Buckholz shuts them down. Helena has now swept their round-robin games and are now seeded number 1 going into the semifinals. Buckholz posts a 19-save shutout. The Rochester Grizzlies sent the Gillette Wild home not 24 hours ago and are eagerly awaiting the Bighorns. These two met in the showcase in Blaine, Minnesota last December as well, and Rochester defeated Helena 4-0 and outshot the Bighorns 49-17. If Helena is to make it to the final game of the year, they must prove to be the better team here today.
Feeling good, man? Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it special, right? Tonight's gonna be hard too. What we've been doing has been working though, right? Stick with it. Stick with it. Play your balls off, stick together, take care of the puck. One thing we talked about today is the panic plays. You get long on a shift, just know that puck, if we're in a situation, it's got to go off the glass or it's got to go. Okay, no panic swats at pucks, relax, find your guy. Last thing I got for you, man, we got to go with pace. We have got to go. We got to make these guys play 200 feet. Go with pace. Go, go, go all night. Early on, you may only have 30, 40 seconds in you. That's all you got. That's all you got. Get out there, get it done. You'll get your legs under you as we go along, right? And you're here. We might as well have fun, right?
Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome back inside the St. Peter's Recplex here in St. Peter's, Missouri, just outside of the St. Louis area. We have reached our second semifinal game, the Rochester Grizzlies and the Helena Bighorns, as as they look to match up with the Granite City Lumberjacks, who just defeated Northeast Generals just an hour ago.
Helena comes out of the locker room strong to start the game. Helena scores first, a power play goal from Bland.
Green, he's got space. Feeds the far circle. Yep, shit, back up to Green. He deeks in front. Rebounds right there, right side. They score! A power play goal! And it's 1-0 Bighorns. It didn't take long, and it's Liam Bland, his third goal of the tournament. And it's 1-0 Horns, just 12 seconds in to the power play.
Rochester begins to find their game as well, but can't quite beat Buckholz. The Bighorns take a 1-0 lead into the next period of play. Rochester scores to tie it up as the second period begins.
Fantastic start there for the Bighorns. Back up top, center pass is there in front, right side, they score! The streak is over. Buckholz allows a goal, 27 seconds in. A fantastic run, but the Grizzlies have answered. It's Mears. 27 seconds in. Oh, what a pass between the legs of the defense.
The Grizzlies are possessing the puck much more, and the Bighorns struggle to connect on passes or even get into the offensive zone to create some offense.
Rochester coming in, they got numbers far side, kicked out by Buckholz. Centered again, bouncing, puck in front, they score! Oakland hammered one in from the blue line. It deflected and went in the net. Unbelievable! Rochester makes it 2 straight.
Determined to score the next goal and tie the game, Helena comes out buzzing in the third period. However, it's Rochester that nets the next goal, and the Bighorns begin to show the frustration from a game they can't quite get control of.
Lane is there, right side, they score! A perfectly executed shot tipped in front. It's 3 straight for Rochester, and it's 3-1. Lifwig gets it done. What a pass. Just near side in the glass here. Fed over Morissette, couldn't have been better.
Helena pulls Eric Buckholz for an extra skater in hopes of igniting a comeback, but an empty net goal from the Grizzlies soon takes the rest of the wind from Helena's sails. Rochester wins 4-1. And will eventually go on to win the Fraser Cup against the Granite City Lumberjacks. Eric Buckholz was named to the 2022 Fraser Cup All-Tournament team for his outstanding play in net.
In goal from the Helena Bighorns, Eric Buckholz.
There's no better place to be. I know maybe when you first hear about Montana hockey, it's not the most ideal situation you think, but the support from the community, the support from the coaching staff and the ownership group, you're not going to find a better area in the NA3 or any league for that matter. I've loved my time here and I'd never take it back. I'm so happy I came to Helena to play hockey.
The story of the 2021-2022 Helena Bighorns comes to an end, but a familiar face has returned to the Bighorns as they pursue their quest to bring the Fraser Cup to Helena.